Hello, everybody. I am Mila. I am a neuroscientist, and I am here at Rio de Janeiro for the INS meeting, the International Neuro Society meeting. And I was planning to do a live about some of the things that I have been seeing here, but the internet connection in my hotel and actually at the convention center where the meeting is held is very poor. It's not very good, so I think I'm gonna just record the videos and then put them in the internet. So is that the center of the convention is very huge, and I think there are more than just one meeting being held right now. So I'm trying to avoid places with a lot of noise, but it may happen during the videos because there are a lot of people here. So the first thing that I saw here in this meeting was a workshop with Skye McDoland. Skye McDoland. She is a neuropsychologist from Australia, and she works with people that have brain injury and try to help them how deal with things like emotion and mostly social cues. And she talked a lot about how these injuries can make harder for people to understand these things, like theory of mind and empathy and things like that. I did a blog about it. It's already online. I'm gonna put this video actually in the link. But she also talked about an idea that to me as a biologist was very, very interesting. She talked about the social brain. I work with cognition, but I work with cognition in ants, so it's a little bit different. A lot different. But I really like the idea of the social brain because as I work with ants, I know that sociality, as described by Wilson, has evolved in many different groups, and it's not dependent. It's not something like it started at one moment in the evolution and everything from that point started having sociality. We have mammals that have sociality, we have insects, we have spiders, and these groups are not closely related. So when she talked about the social brain and these parts of the brain that are mostly related to social behavior in humans, it made me thought a lot about how something like that might be equivalent or analogous. I don't know if that's exactly the word in English, but if we could find something like that in other brains, like other mammals and domesticated animals could be some kind of different. When you think about wolves and when you think about dogs, they are very different when it comes to social behaviors, especially when associated with humans. I think it's my point. And mostly primates too, because primates have social behavior and it's kind of similar to humans. The thing that changes the most in humans, it's about the complexity of their communication. Our brain is very different from everything else when it comes to that. We have very complex ways to communicate things, and especially to read intentions and things like that. It's not common to do so, but at least we don't think other animals can do that as well as we do. And when she talked about all these things, I had this idea. So if anyone knows anything about it and wants to research a little bit more about it, because actually that might be very interesting to understand how these kind of things, how social behavior can evolve in different groups, and if it evolved the same, developing at least the same functions. Not exactly the same areas, but areas that do the same thing. This might be a nice question, and I was thinking a lot about it after the workshop. So I wanted to share that with you. That's my main idea. So that's it. I'll do other videos, and so please check our blog, because our blog's gonna have a lot of the things about this meeting and a lot of my ideas. I mean, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a neuropsychologist, so my opinion is probably very different from all the other opinions here, and I might even be a little equivocated about some points, but I think it's nice to know how people from different areas see things, because science and the problems in nature are universal. They're not held up by one kind of science. I mean, the different types of sciences are just things that we human created to organize stuff. The questions in the world and nature are the same. We just look for with different eyes to all of it. So that's it. See you.